This is Lukey and his week 3 final recap. You get to go home this week. Are you so excited? I didn't have food, I'm sorry, I tricked you. Yeah, good boy. So starting off training this week, quick warm up of charging our clicker. Good boy. Good. We'll move right into the flying cookie game. Okay. Lukey. Good boy. Okay. Lukey. Up, 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 up. Hey, it's gone. It went under. Bupper. Bup, 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 bup. Good job. So that cookie, I tossed a little too far. It went under like a little table. He's not going to get that food. So when I called his name, he of course didn't want to listen the first time because he's like, this food's under here, I want to get it. I didn't call his name over and over again. I made other noises, and then when he finally looked towards me, I still clicked and I showed him that I had the food. He ran right over. Okay. Lukey! Now that one went nowhere. Good boy. A kibble gets stuck to my hand. Ready? Okay. Lukey. Good boy. All right. So this week, right away, I want to get him dressed into his collar and leash. Last week where we were just letting him drag the leash, this week I'm going to hold it. So as if we're really going on a walk, we're really moving through spaces. Hi, Bugs. So when he's on his leash, we will practice him following a food lure. Good job, Bubba. So he's attached to food. We take a few steps. Good boy. Lukey. Good job. Okay. Lukey. Good. Throwing that release cookie, it kind of gets him to go to the end of his leash. So he feels like a little tug, a little pressure once he gets to the end. And then I call his name. At the same time, kind of pull back a little on that leash to get him to turn towards me. Again, just teaching him a little bit of that leash pressure. When he's on a leash in the real world, he might pull far ahead. Instead of panicking of, oh, what is this pressure? He's now associating it with turning back towards my human and getting some yummy food. Okay. Lukey. Good boy. Good job, sir. Good job, Bubba. Okay. Touch. And while he's on his leash, I want to ask him for a few different behaviors. Lukey, touch. Hi. He's like, did you drop food? No, sir. So getting those hand targets. Okay. Lukey, sit. A little slow, but you did it. Good job. Good boy. Down. Good boy. I have to say, he looks very handsome in orange. This orange looks very good on him. Good boy. Okay. And then when we're ready to get his gear off, I'm going to show him that I have snacks. Find that buckle and unclasp it. Good boy. All right, then we'll practice those behaviors off leash as well. Where are you? Get it. Lukey, touch. Good boy. Okay. Lukey, touch. Good. targets. We're also getting those hand targets from a little bit more of a distance. So there's no food in my hand with the hand target this week. He's coming at a distance to offer that hand target, and we're still making sure we're practicing with both of our hands. Okay. Sit. This week with our sit, I want to try to just use that verbal cue. No food. I'm still clicking and feeding once he's in position, and then I'm still feeding his duration for staying in this position. Okay, and then releasing him. Sit. Good boy. Are you such a handsome, smart boy? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yeah, good boy. Okay. Down this week, I want to have no food in my hand. Ideally, he starts in the sit. That was funny. You kind of just like threw yourself into that. Build your duration. So feed him for staying in this position. Okay. Good boy. Down. That was much calmer. Oops. Good boy. Oops. So if he breaks his position, I'm going to cue it with an oops or an uh-oh, get him back in position, don't feed him. And then after like a few seconds of duration, you can come in and feed him. Okay, and then release him. Down. His head is just like hovering over where I've been placing the food. Good choice, Bubba. Okay. Good boy. All right, and next we are going to work on his mat. This week with the mat is again staying stationary. I want to see that he puts himself into a down on the mat, and then I want to try to get some steps away. Okay. Lukey, go to your mat. That was a bit chaotic. Just going to wait him out, see if he offers that position. If he doesn't, I will help him. Good boy. I don't want to say the verbal cue of down. I just want to use my hand signal to get him into position. Because eventually I want this to just be go to your mat or place or whatever you want to call it. And you don't have to also cue the down, the wait, the stay. It should just be expected that they stay on this mat until we release them. Okay. Go to your mat. Again, I'm just going to wait him out. Very smart boy. Just a little step away. Good boy. It is okay that he sits up on the mat. He's not leaving it. Okay. Oh, this mat just slides all over the place. Hey, go to your mat. What are you going to do? Good boy. So the goal with waiting him out, he's going to kind of think like, why am I not getting food? What do I have to do to get that food? So the more you kind of play that way and wait him a little bit, he should start to offer that down a little quicker. When you're practicing taking your steps away, I would make sure to practice going in multiple directions. And in the beginning, it is simple, just like a step away. You're not taking big steps just yet. Okay. Go to your mat. Good boy. Good boy. Yeah. Okay. Right. Need to put more treats in my pouch. All right, sir. So this week with our crate, get it. I want to work on him, again, getting 4 paws in. This week we're shutting the door. So I'm going to click and feed once he has 4 paws in, click and feed once the gate is closed, and then we'll build some duration of him staying in there nice and settled. Watch your little nose. Kennel. Good boy. So I clicked and I fed him once he had the 4 paws in, clicked and fed once that door was shut. And now as long as he stays calm and relaxed, I can come in with a follow-up cookie. When I'm ready to release him, I want to have a few pieces ready. I'm going to open that door, give him a cookie for staying, maybe another cookie for staying, and then I'm going to release him. Okay. Lukey, kennel. And now, similar to the mat, I also want to practice getting steps away from the kennel. Goal with that is I can take my steps and he stays nice and calm. You look mighty large in this small kennel. And then same thing, when I'm ready to release him, I have a few pieces ready. Okay. Kennel. Ooh, that bounced right back out. Good boy. Piece right next to me, didn't even see it. All right. Okay. What a good, brave boy. Good job, sir. All right, and then finishing our recap for this week, we're going to work on our handling exercises. So handling for this week, we are covering everything that we worked on the last 2 weeks, continuing to build our duration of how long we're handling for, and then we do have some new grooming tools. So restraint, hand under the belly. Yes. Kind of twofold there. I wanted to count to at least 5, and I also wanted to wait for those paws to be on the ground. I'm not going to mark when the paws are up in the air. Yes. So for him, that might mean that I'm holding him a little bit longer until those paws go down. So with his tail, I counted to 5. With his ear, I'm flipping back and giving a little rub. Yes, good boy. Other ear. Yes, good job. Okay. With his paws this week, I'm gonna lift that paw and kind of push back the fur, find the toes. Yes. You have kibble dust all in your beard. Ooh, heavy paw. It's only heavier if you lift your other leg, Bubba. Yes, good boy. I mentioned it in one of the recap videos. Yes, but they're so fluffy that you're gonna need to take some time to kind of find where those nails are. So being able to have that extra time to kind of part the fur and really see where the nail is. Yes, I know those back paws are a little awkward. With the back paws, the other way that you could do your handling is have him in a down for that. So he's in the down, he has this paw presented to me right here. I would switch sides and then work on this paw. Okay, good boy. But for the front paws, typically sitting, and I'll bring the paw to me. Back paws laying down might be a nice position for those. With our grooming tools, we'll work on our nail trimmers. So same thing, he's gonna be in that nice sit. I'm gonna bring the paw up. And this week I'm just kind of lingering with my nail trimmers on those paws. Yes, good boy. When it comes time to trimming his nails at home, yes, good job. I definitely recommend that you have a helper, so someone who can potentially hold him and feed him while the other person does the nail trimming. Yes. Now with him, he does have black nails, so that is going to make it a little harder for you guys to know exactly where, yes, their quick is. So with the lighter white nails, you can really see where that vessel is, where you don't want to trim. Unfortunately, with black nails, you can't see it. So for puppies, my recommendation is usually just take off the little tip. Most of the time, these puppies have long, little like curly nails. You could usually cut right at where it starts to curl. His nails are pretty short. I think he went to the vet yesterday. Oh my gosh. You're okay. Get it out. So potentially they trimmed his nails while he was there. You got a cookie stuck? You get it out? Oh, the baby. Oh, the baby. You're such a sweet boy. Yeah. I like you. Yes. All right. So then with the brush, we are doing the bristle side of the brush. So he's focused on food. I'm going to swipe down his back. Yes. Good boy. I'll do that again. Yes, good job. Coming up towards his head. So approaching where he can see it. Yes, good boy. And then for his chest, he's gonna sit with his head up. Yes. Good boy. Right here. I know. Let's do it one more time. Good job. Yes, good job, Bubba. Now his breed, they do need regular brushing. My recommendation would be always pairing the brushing with food, making it super positive, especially these young puppies. I always get people telling me he won't stop biting the brush. He thinks the brush is a toy. So use a lick mat or a lick bowl, something that you can smear a snack on the inside. You stick that snack on the ground, you brush his whole body. As soon as you're done brushing, maybe toss a cookie away, take the lick mat away. He gets the lick mat when we're brushing, brushing's done, lick mat goes away. What good boy. What a good boy. And then the final thing we're gonna work on is a noisy grooming tool. So for that, I have the Dremel. You can also use like clipper blades because he will be shaved. So getting him used to the sound of the clipper blades, also getting him used to the sound of the blow dryer. It's going to be the same concept. So the noise turns on. and then food is gonna start coming down. Once he's done eating that last piece, the noise turns off. When the noise is off, we're not feeding him anything. All right, so that is on. I'm not gonna make him come interact with this. You just kicked it so far away. He certainly can come check it out if he wants, but I'm not gonna make him. Good boy. After he's done eating the last piece, like I said, that turns off. I'm gonna set it down so that he can check it out and explore it if he wants. You're looking for that cookie you lost, huh? You're looking for the cookie you lost. What's that? Yeah. I'll reload my snacks. What a good boy. Those cookies go so far. If you guys are doing this with the blow dryer, I want the blow dryer at a distance. The air is going to face away from him. And then once he's kind of used to the sound of it, then we could play with the airflow facing him. But noise on at a distance, like blow dryer's over there, he's over there, someone turns it on, the cookies start, and gradually we could bring it closer and closer. And then with your clipper blades, just make sure that you're not touching him with them. If the blades are on there, that way he doesn't get, a funny haircut. Oh, that turned off right away. There you go. You're sending the cookies flying. The puppies get the cookies stuck under their paws, and then they kind of just push them across the room. Good boy, Bubba. And that's it for Lukey's week 3 final recap.